guess what? Look who I'm here with. This is Charles Kirmuss, the man himself, here at Melbourne at the StereoNet Melbourne Hi-Fi Show. So Charles, what's going on here with you? Talk to us about what's happening with your magnificent record cleaning system, and tell my subscribers all about what's going on.
Well, very good. Hi, everyone. It's been a long time coming. As many of you know, we've had Mark Dolman from Helix Turntables and George at Nirvana that have been very large proponents of our restoration system. And by the way, next time we're on camera, anyone that says cleaning system versus restoration, 20 Australian dollars to the Australian Red Cross. There we go. So
I'll make the first donation.
So you're on credit right now.
Yeah, I actually owe $20.
Yeah, so
it's
it's
done.
So it's really great. I just came back from the first show in Lima, Peru.
Fantastic.
First one. We had 4,100 people that showed up. We had 310 people in my seminar.
Wow.
People love music, and it's been non-stop here in the record fair area. And it's a pleasure to meet not only customers, but also folks that love music. And it's about the music. And these times, music makes the world go round.
Absolutely.
So I don't care whether we're talking about one manufacturer or another. What we're all interested in is music. And here at the booth, it's been non-stop, where we've been getting records, for example, from Neil that we restored, and he's actually made money with it. And here at the booth, we're showing folks how records are made. And basically what my process is unlike any other process, where we guarantee your needle now playing the stamper. So that's the key. We want to play the stamper, not all the pressing oils or release agents that come out, the outgassing of the plasticizer. By the way, buy records that are scratched, because most of the time the scratches are in the outgassing film on the record. And then we remove whatever you've done. So bring a record here for us to restore. We have a spectrum analyzer, we have headphones, and you can hear and feel and see the changes and improvements that you've done.
So there you go. Charles is actually putting his money where his mouth is.
Neil, why don't you come in here for a second? Get some coverage. By the way, Neil's records are great.
Come on in here, Neil.
There we go. Here.
Where we go.
There we go.
I'm a large person.
So Neil, you had Charles clean some of your records.
2 records, is it?
Restore, that's another 20.
Oh, I'm up to 40.
Restored.
He restored.
So there's a David Bowie original Love You Till Tuesday.
Wow, okay.
So it's got a lot of marks on it.
Yep.
But it's actually, what it's done is it's still got all the scuffing.
Yes.
But it plays beautifully. Before it hardly played. It's one of those.
Oh yeah, a lot of surface noise.
So,
yeah.
You know, as an artifact,
Yep.
it's $200. It's now $400 or $500. So we had a beautiful Miles Davis original pressing, and so there's a scratch. You can't do anything about a scratch.
Yes.
But the sound is so much better. So there you go.
Fantastic.
I'm actually going to buy one. So.
Yeah. Well, I too am going to be reviewing this record restoration system. Got it right. And with the intent to buy as well, because I'm a vinyl guy, and I certainly think it's what Charles is doing here is revolutionary.
Well, it's very I've got a degritter which does a lot. I've been very happy with, and I clean 100, 200 records a week.
Yeah, right.
And it does a great job, and it's done. I've got a Bauhaus record that wasn't playing before.
Yeah.
Played that, and it was fine. And someone. Now I'm just going to go, okay, the Miles Davis has still got a scratch in it, but it's just, you know, it's not cheap. But if you've got, you know, people with, I think it's, have a good listen. I think it's older stuff that you sort of go, oh yes, I've got the, you know, my AC/DC record, it's a Blue Root, but it's not playing great.
Yeah.
So this, I think it'll really fix it. It's got a lot of scratches. It can't fix a scratch, but it can repair, from what I've listened.
Yep.
And it seems to have a lot more dynamic range.
Well, and that's what Charles is known for being able to do. It's just, you know, literally unwrap that veil of crud that's there.
Well, it seems to be like, if you want, when we finish,
and it just releases that dynamic range that's really always
have
there.
a listen to the Miles Davis and go, it's a 64-year-old record.
Wow. Yeah.
In really good condition.
and well restored now.
That's right.
From Charles.
Minus 20 there.
So there, as I'll pay the money. I got it wrong, and I'm happy to. I'll send the receipt to Charles so he knows I did it.
All right.
So, but no, that's great. So we'll cruise around and have a look at your record store
Okay.
for the channel. I'm here all weekend, so we're just going to have a further chat with Charles about his magnificent
I'll get out of your
restoration
way.
service. But thank you for dropping in, Neil, and really appreciate hearing about that David Bowie record.
Oh, yeah.
So look at that, fantastic! A repaired, restored record.
Yep, and what was interesting here from the Audiophile Society, one of the chaps brought in a record that belonged to his wife. It was the Sound of Music, which my mom played all the time,
Yep.
and we brought life back to it. It was full of crackles and pops, and yesterday he said this will be the challenge to see whether the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
And
Well, I've got one for you. I've got a challenge for you. I've got a Goanna record, Solid Rock, which I bought brand new from Brash's when Brash's used to be the record store here in Australia. Now it's been around the block. There's no doubt about it. So I'm going to bring it up here tomorrow, and we'll film this, and we'll show you all. You've heard it on my channel. You've heard a track on it on my channel. So we'll do this up here, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and please, the minimum that you should do with any record, forget about my product. It's about protecting the record itself. The record has a pressing oil on it. It has, and that's where if you don't use a 10 micron brush before you play the record, the heat of the needle will actually heat up the pressing oil or the release agent on your record, and you'll create more pops. So please just use a 10 micron brush, use a 2.5 million carbon fiber brush, very inexpensive to reduce static. And if you do have a record, don't use any of these cleaning solutions. Most of them are harmful to your record. Spray on a mist of distilled water, use an optician's cloth, polish the inside of the groove with another one of these 10 micron brushes. That's the strict minimum. And then afterwards, when you can afford a restoration system, then we're the folks that would love to give you the realism and the sound stage and the first and second harmonic that only you playing the stamper will give you.
Well, I'm certainly going to be getting one of Charles's machines in my room. I'm going to be doing some record restoration in my room. We're going to...
The Red Cross lost 20
Look at
Australian
that.
dollars. Look at that. Oh,
He's taught me. I'm hard to teach.
There you
He's
go.
taught me very quickly to make sure I don't cost myself any more money. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to bring it to all you guys. You're going to hear it. I'm going to tell you how it is, and we're going to do that first of all here with this man himself tomorrow with that old 30-year-old Goanna record from Australia. So
yep, and bring a record here for restoration. It's fun.
there you go. There it is. So pop up here, please, and see Charles. He's here in Australia. It's great to have him here in Australia at the Stereo Net Hi-Fi show. Come and see him. He's a very approachable man, loves to talk to you, and is super passionate about what he does. And that's a very attractive feature to meet somebody like that. So come and see him, bring your record, and let him do what he says he can do, because I'm going to do it tomorrow. So you will see.
Yep, and we have Magenta that's representing us here in Australia as
Brilliant.
our distributor. We met a lot of customers for the many years that we've been selling here,
Right.
and really, this is the first time that the show really has a record fair, and that's where I'm at. I'm in the dungeon with all the guys with the vinyl, and and I'm not upstairs in the room.
Well, that's right.
Come on down.
Come down and see him. He's well and truly worth a chat. A wealth of information and the right information about what you need to know to restore your records. Thanks very much for watching, guys. See you soon.
Cheers.